there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Ballman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A 3rd down try for the offense. He's got it down the middle. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets. The 46-yard line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Darnold. Here's a hit. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They're working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Buffaloes have moved it inside the 20. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Trying to bully their way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Nebraska's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
Better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Huskers are on the move. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking to throw it. Deacon. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hate.
Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been a bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And the Buffaloes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Darnold. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Buffaloes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucks! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Eakin. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Running to Green.
Obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Not much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Darnold. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. He wants to change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Takes it the other way. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Huskers! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Eakin. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but... Before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Cornhuskers have taken it inside the 20. On play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He'll take a deep shot here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So
gashes the heart of the knee. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Nebraska. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
Yeah, and Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this run.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Darnold. He's got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's 2nd and long.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's caught! Touchdown, Colorado! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Got the quick completion. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. To the air, it's Eakin. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll run this play from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defense. Everywhere, it's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's got an open man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The Buffaloes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had it back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Darnold. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on second down. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, it's Eakin. Lets it fly on the move. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Huskers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll give it to the back.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He's got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Finds the tight end. They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
Gashing the knee on the right. He's a touchdown, Husker. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Moving away from pressure. Snagged out of the air. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Scanning the field, it's Darnold. Takes a hit as he fires. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down 1 possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got to give the defense credit on that. With the lead late in this game, quarterback out of the pocket, he's flushed. He's trying to find something positive, but those guys stay on their man. They're not giving anything easy to this QB, forcing him to throw it away.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Extending the play. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Wants to throw, it's Darnold. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and as a defense, you're going one more stop. One more stop. It's 4th down. We're in the 2-minute situation. You know they're throwing the football. You get one more stop. You got the lead. You get the ball back, and this game is over.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Going to swing it on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 35. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really